This triple armadillo XP farm from Minecraft Bedrock is totally insane and will give you more than 100 levels within only 3 minutes of using, so build it right now. Now this XP farm relies on our little friends, the armadillos. So I guess it makes sense to build the farm in savanna or badlands biomes, because this is where these guys will spawn. For the case that you want to build the farm at your base, you can also use minecarts and boats to transport them. Before we need the armadillos, let's start building the farm. So, in order to build the farm, what you need to do is to break 4 blocks in the floor like this. It should be a T shape. Now at these 3 positions, you want to place some sand blocks, and in this hole we now want to get ourselves a zombie. In order to do this, I recommend placing 4 temporary blocks like this. You can use dirt or anything else, and then 2 more in these 2 positions. Then add a trapdoor in between and flick it so the zombie will drop into the hole. Now in the night, just lure the zombie to your little construction, jump over the trapdoor, and the zombie should automatically drop into the hole. Next you want to take out a name tag and an anvil, and you want to rename the name tag in the anvil. You can choose whatever you want. I take zombie for simplicity. And then you want to make sure to give the zombie the name tag. This will make sure that the zombie will never despawn, because hostile mobs will vanish when they are too far away from players. After doing this, you want to place a wall above the zombie, then jump upwards. You want to go ahead and place some leaves on top of that wall and a solid block above the leaves. Then it should look something like this, and you can wait for the day to continue building the farm. At this point, you can go ahead and remove all the holder blocks that you used for the zombie to drop into the hole, and also the trapdoor. But you want to have 1 holder block on top of each sand block. Now on top of each of these holder blocks, you now want to go ahead and place 1 composter like this. Now we want to get our armadillos and put them into the composters. I recommend having 3 armadillos in each of these composters, but you can do more or less if you want to. The more you do, the more experience you get. In order to get the armadillos into the composter, you can place a temporary block right here and right there, and then you can go ahead and construct a minecart rail system all the way upwards to the composter. Also, place some blocks around the composter so the armadillo will nicely fit into the hole of the composter. So let's say you got your armadillos around, just continue your railway, place a minecart on top, 1 armadillo will hop in, you just have to push the minecart upwards. Once the minecart is at the back of the track, you just have to break the minecart, and the armadillo will nicely fit into the composter. Then repeat this 2 more times, or of course how many else you want, push them all the way upwards and let them drop into the composters. After you finished 1 composter, you want to do this with the 2 other ones as well. Just a little side fact by the way, as you can see, the armadillos will curl in, and this is because of the zombie, which is a hostile mob, and whenever armadillos detect hostile mobs, they will curl in. This causes them to regenerate faster and take less damage, which we will use in the farm. Once you got all the armadillos in each of these 3 composters, you can go ahead and break all the holder blocks, so the dirt blocks right here, and also all the rails. We will not need them any longer. Make sure to also break the blocks beneath the composters. We will also not need them anymore. As the next step, what you want to do is to place 1 holder block on top of each of these composters. Then you want to place solid blocks in these 2 corners. Now I will use glass for this because it looks nice and you can see what's going on in the farm, but you can also use regular blocks. Now take some fences and place 1 in this position, 1 at this side and 1 at the opposite side as well. This right here is the front side of the farm, and there you want to place 3 trapdoors in these positions, and then you can go ahead and break the 2 dirt blocks. You can now go ahead and flick the trapdoors as well. Of course, you will also need to break this dirt block right here, and then you want to take a water bucket and waterlog the leaves in this position, so the water flows nicely all the way to the fences, and then on top of each of these water streams, you want to place 1 solid block looking something like this. As the next step, what you want to do is to stand on top of our little platform right here and place a trapdoor on top of each of these 3 fences. This is very important because the trapdoors have to open this way. As the next step, we want to get ourselves some tridents. Now, for my 9 armadillos within this farm, we will need 9 tridents, so 1 trident per armadillo. This may sound expensive, but I have a very good trident farm that will give you that amount within minutes of using the farm. Link to that is in the description if you want to build it. Now, if you have another number of armadillos in the farm, of course, you will have to adjust the number of tridents as well. In order to place the tridents, what you want to do is to place a trapdoor on top of this trapdoor right here, flick it, and then throw 3 tridents, because we have 3 armadillos in the composter, against that trapdoor. Then go ahead and break the trapdoor. All the 3 tridents should drop onto the other one. Then you want to repeat this 2 more times. Place a trapdoor, flick it, place the tridents, throw them against the trapdoor, break the trapdoor, and repeat this a 3rd time. At this point, if you accidentally collect any of the tridents, you want to make sure to replace them, otherwise the farm will not work later. Once you got all the tridents in place, we will finish everything off with a little redstone action. In order to do this, come to the backside of the farm, and there you want to place 4 glass blocks or any other building blocks in these positions. So you have 5 glass blocks in total right here. Then what you want to do is to place a lever in this position and a redstone comparator behind. You want to click on that comparator so it lights up like this. Then place 3 redstone dust all around, and also place 1 redstone dust on top of each of these building blocks right here. Now, when you go ahead and flick the lever, then all the trapdoors should be powered by the redstone clock, and you should hear the sound of the tridents. This will mean that the farm will work later, and all the mobs in the farm will get killed automatically. This is because the farm relies on silverfish, which deliver all the experience that you want. Now at this point you can go ahead and flick off the lever. We tested the farm and it should work later. And at this point the farm also is almost finished. The last step is to take 3 cactus, or cacti, or whatever you want to call it, and you want to place the cactus on top of the sand blocks. Now you'll hear that the armadillos hurt, but don't worry, they won't die because they regenerate faster than they hurt. For this to happen, it is very important that the zombie is already in place, otherwise the armadillos won't curl up and they will die. But before we can actually use the farm, which is totally insane, trust me, you will need some splash potions of infestation. And in order to brew them, you will need some water bottles, some nether wart, a stone, a gunpowder, a blaze powder as fuel for the brewing stand, and the actual brewing stand. Now these 3 splash potions of infestation will equal 6 minutes of experience, and this is far more than 100 levels. But if you still want to collect more experience, you can also brew more than 3 bottles of infestation. Now, in order to brew them, what you want to do is to place down the brewing stand and put the fuel inside. Then place the water bottles inside the brewing stand, and first of all put in some nether wart. Next up, continue with some stone and finish it off with some gunpowder. And this, my guys, will give you splash potions of infestation. Now as you can see, I'm in survival mode and I have no experience levels at all. So let me show you how this works. In order to start the farm, you want to flick this lever to start the Trident killer. Then you want to take out a splash potion of infestation and throw it directly against the middle of the wall right here. This will start the farm, all the silverfish will spawn and all the experience will lay down on the floor, and you just have to collect it by going all the way around the farm. The experience just spills on the floor and you just have collected. It is so insane and I can't even find the words to describe this. So let's just wait until the effect fades and let's see how many levels we can get with 1 bottle of infestation. After slightly more than 2 minutes, the effect vanished and I got all the way to level 75. If you want to repeat this insanity, you just have to throw 1 more potion of infestation against the wall right here. Now if you decide to do something else and not use this farm, I recommend breaking the 3 cactuses that we have right here. This just makes sure that the armadillos won't die at all, even if the zombie is unloaded. Also, you don't want to have any baby armadillos in the farm because this will cause problems with the silverfish. If you liked the video and it helped you, please don't forget to subscribe. This would help me very much and you won't miss further content. And then I hope we see us again in the next video. See ya!